One of the great venues to watch a game in any sport and one of the best home crowds in any sport, Soldier Field in Chicago. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Chicago Bears. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football, all right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down. You look at this Bears defense. They were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
Now the Iowa State product, it's Kene Nwangu. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2. This defense for the Bears, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Broncos first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result downfield.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. On 1st down, they'll run with the Nwangu. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Now it's Wilson. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. It's a pickup of 17 there, and that'll make it second down.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
On second down, here's DeWanger. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
And we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers. But how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. Throwing is Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. They're going to try and run. Well, they had that great, long, methodical drive to put in the end zone. Then they tried to bite off a little more and get 8 points. Instead, they're sitting at 6.
But didn't that feel like a decision that they made on Tuesday?
Yeah. Well, you usually say that's what they do, right?
Right. That's the best one. The best ones do that. They take the emotion out of it. That felt like that was scripted. Hey, if we score on the opening drive, we're going to go for 2 and try and really gain an advantage.
That return, it will not be on the postseason highlight reel. If you're the offensive coordinator, you've just changed your play calling because you thought you might have some field to work with. Instead, now, you've got to call plays that won't make mistakes.
Here we go.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Aaron Browning, the one who brought him down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Fields going to get that out wide to Mooney. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Here's 3rd and 6.
It's now 3rd down and 6. Angel.
From the gun, here's Fields. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Their boy down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They snap it to Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Bears 1st down, and they come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line. Here we go. Extend. Right.
Throwing again is Fields. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
The Broncos. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 30-yard line.
6-0 our score after one.
With the score, Broncos 6, Bears nothing.
Second and 11. Now Wilson. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. Now he's free at the 35. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 5.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare 1st down. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run. Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go for a touchdown. But the runs that really make it work are the ones where you just get what you need, right? And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Fields. He rifles complete. Caught by Moore. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Travis Homer, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bears have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Santos with the extra point. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll go right back to Nwangu. Down the sideline he goes. Inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Kene Nwangu, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are once again back in front. Wilson and the Broncos offense going to stay on the field. They'll go for 2. They'll look to run for it with Williams. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. Velus Jones now from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
At the 12-yard line.
Here we go. Eleven. Hey, can't.
Now Fields. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. It was Frank Clark that time who got in there to bring him down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Here we go.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on 3rd down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys a great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that first down.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now a 3rd and 6. To throw is Fields. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Now a first down throw. Fields eluding the pressure right. And he's got the hook up to Moore. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes at that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
No mas, no mas.
Out of the gun, Fields. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
Eleven. Hey, 10.
Fields throwing again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
Don't jump, ready?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jones now in motion left. On play action, Fields. Oh, and that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So 3 points here. They're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Just nowhere to go with the football. He was forced to put that one into Lake Michigan. I think his receivers have to do a better job of working free because he didn't have anywhere to go at all on that play.
Here we go. Good.
A final shot before the break. Fields. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. It's an 89-yard kick return, and the Bears have taken the lead here this third quarter.
We've sat in a lot of meetings, and they always talk about the offense taking advantage of beginning a half. So special teams coaches don't listen to that. They want to take advantage with their own unit, and they just did.
And they trailed in the locker rooms, and they changed that immediately.
I think they drew that one up special. That felt like something he pulled out of his pocket that he'd been holding for a while, and they were able to use it effectively.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Another run now for Nwangu. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And some room to work. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 118 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They go play action now. Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They move the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Flush to his right, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this this game, multiple defenders in there to drop him. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
The kick by Marr is good, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
This taken in at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He's going to look deep for more. And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Chicago. 58 yards.
Well, my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Going on the ground with Homer. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there was another first down run right there.
Right back to him on first down. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to extend their lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Watching that play memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a give running right, Nwangu. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 9 from the 44. Here's Wilson. And he's got his man on the out route.
Number 18. A gain of 6 yards. And it's third down.
The offense on third down, they've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Big strides, look at him go. And down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on third down.
And it's caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
At the 1-yard line.
36 foul.
They'll look to run with Nwangu. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Kene Nwangu with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Broncos have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. And he will get into the end zone. So how about that for putting it on the line? They've taken the lead by a point here in the 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score. But bottom line, they are still on top with the football. And a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. A gain of 3, 2nd down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Give left side here for Nwangu. And they'll bring him 15-yard line. 147 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Back to Nwangu again on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And there's Jaquan Brisker getting to him behind the line. Great play by the safety. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Drops this off with Nwangu. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Now it's Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown. Jerry Jeudy. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Broncos have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. So now a big play here as the Broncos will line up to go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
This is 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on first down. He'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9.
Not a bad game there, and it's okay to still run the football in this situation, but you got to be careful to not take too much time off the clock.
Hey, Ken.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now Fields. Man open, here is Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The ball on the 16 for 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here we go. 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Here's Fields. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down one, is tempted to go for two. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now. This ball intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
Broncos 31, Bears 30. Carlos Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll conserve whatever time he can as they'll opt to bring it out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably... And that's caught inside the 35. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for the Broncos, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our...
We got London on the
whole club selling out of hitter doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's that made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Yeah, whole club selling out of hitters doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my radius. All I talk about, and that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. The whole club. McLaren way too white to be shooting in the odds. I'm sleeping good at night, see the door don't got no locks. To be spiteful, she best friends with the odds. You need better stop. Standing on my money, dog. Please don't get the involved. Ain't nobody running off. Rules to the basics. I can't be no son-in-law. I can't take the summer off. I make it look good and all, but this is no vacation. All the goons, they respect me and I know it. Watch your words and your tone, you not a poet. My advice, please don't try to be heroic. Let me know they whole club selling out of hitter doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Yeah, whole club selling out of hitters doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my radius. All I talk about, and that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. I never had a mentor. Only watch Scarface. I met her at a club. She twerked better when I for a Bentley and to never go to jail. I'm fresh up out the gutter, I don't know if you can tell. I'm hustling for everything I do for legacy. You can call me any type of day, my dog, I never sleep. The only rule I got is if we don't embarrass me. I write down my problems, then record it just for therapy. Just for clarity, whole club selling out of here to doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Whole club selling out of here to doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my radius. All I talk about, and that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. The whole club.
Cause you be in your zone when you winning on your own when you winning. Wake up, look out the window, see the roads in the Bentley when you winning. When you winning, when you winning. Oh, you right designer clothes when you winning. Keep when you winning. People all in your business, gotta ride with it tinted when you winning. When you winning, when you winning. Yo, she could come around but can't stick around. That fire teaser. Been having my waist since a little. I ain't never been no pleaser. Always gonna crush these souls when they realize I don't need them. I don't give a f*** how close wheels. You cross the line, I'm squeezing. Every day the same routine, ain't no new team. Never ever had hoop dreams, but I'm ballin' like I want a ring. Demon time over everything. You don't know how much it really means. Struggle took a toll on them. Oh, had to come and intervene. Boy, them kids to that Bentley. I'm trying to drive it around. I think I'm driving it gently. Now I'm speeding through the town. I can't even put my phone down. Trying to show the world how it sound. Around and make the wrong turn. We don't even want to turn around. Lately I've been thinking, what would I be if I ain't take a risk? Struggle, I hated it at the time, but it's the reason I'm rich. Never see me knocking nobody. I know how hard it can get. Respect whoever on they. Cause you be in your zone when you winning on your own when you winning. Wake up, look out the window, see the road